factor, you know what I'm saying? So and it's a lot of tension and conflict that comes from that, you know, because
Do you feel that there are enrichment programs for blacks on campus, black students?
not really, you know what I'm saying? Not as much as as I think they're giving in Hispanics, and they trying to, I guess, sweep it under the rug. But I'm gonna say like this: I got out of jail recently, and in there is politics between blacks and Mexicans. They can't mingle with each other, or they can't coexist with each other. You know, they can't speak, we can't do nothing. And I fought my own people. I fought blacks because I was going against that logic. Because if you separate two races of people that's so similar, that causes confusion throughout the whole. It's a paradigm that we need to shatter.
And
it's psychological warfare.
Do you think that's coming from on top, from the leaders and from the
It's
parents?
coming from the government, and I even told the police, the government is pimping them. It's telling them, it's basically brainwashing them to inflict these rules and beat me, a man that's standing up for equal rights and integration. If we can't get together inside a 6x8 crate, a box, then in society, of course, we're killing each other. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, let's hear from Javier right next to you. Javier, how do you think race has played out at PUSD?
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to speak on the participants' point of view instead of the viewers. I was born in Pasadena, Huntington Hospital. I went to Washington Middle School from 1st grade to 8th grade, and there's no conflict. There is no general conflict. Everybody's a man, and you make your decisions, and you live with those consequences. You know, conflict brings us together. After we fight, we squash it. That's it. And we go home, we worry about goals that we got to achieve. We ain't got time to be worried about all that. We got to worry about conflict, personal conflict. We ain't worried about hate. We don't go to sleep thinking that, oh, we hate that person. But when we wake up the next morning, that's what you hear. You hear there's a racial conflict because they don't want to attack it as a poverty conflict or as an environment conflict, because then you'll have all these youngsters thinking about fixing the environment and putting money in their pocket and making something for themselves. We ain't got to worry about, well, man, we ain't waiting for you guys to see what are you going to do with our future. We know what we're going to do with our future. Shit.
Okay. Well, Marisol, we have you. If you could give us your thoughts. How do you think race plays into the PUSD? Do you think it keeps people from excelling, or as far as the programs offered?
As it becomes familiar to everyone, I was at that meeting at the PUSD. And one of the things that I wanted to comment on is that there was a major division that day. And it was unfortunate because there was parents that were Hispanic on one side, parents that were Latino on the other. And that's the community we are already growing in. So as a young adult, I'm not seeing we all stand for each other. They all would go to the podium and they would all say the same thing. Even though the Latino parents were not speaking according to, they were not giving the same amount of speakers, correct. But even where I was sitting at, I kept hearing the same thing. We want the same education. We want the same rights. We want equality. But you know what? Everyone was saying it in their own format. But it was the same thing I was hearing from the black side to the Hispanic side. It's the same.
So each community is fighting for, equal and justice, the same thing. But do you think that what the school district is offering is equal to both communities?
To me, if you're going to go in there and you're going to talk to the parents are going to say, who's involved? I go to a Head Start, and parents ask for volunteers. The teacher asks for volunteers, I'm sorry. I go in there, and there's maybe 2 African Americans, and there's 8 parents Hispanic. That's a difference. That's something that says, okay, well, what's going on? Who's involved? Solutions here? Parents. Why aren't you involved with the student's education? My mom used to go to my elementary school. My mom used to go to my middle school. My mom used to even sit with me at Mr. Phelps' class just to make sure that I was getting a good grade. Not every day, of course, but she was there. Okay. So that tells you a lot.
Well, Marisol, we really appreciate what you had to say, and Javier and Alex as well. I think you were all very well spoken and a great example of PUSD. And let's bring it back here. Marisol had talked about solutions. What do you think are some of the solutions that can help these communities get the programs that they need to close the achievement gap? What do you think are some of the solutions that you'd like to see?
I
I'd love to see, the model that exists in the Pasadena Unified School District applied across the board. I'd like to see the students that are growing up together in our school system, including my daughter who's in second grade at McKinley School. And there's just so much racial harmony, so much non-racial discord going on in that school district, in that school in particular, in her class in particular, in her after-school program, and to have that then permeated out so that we're all working together is the goal is our goal, right? That's our goal. That's Martin's goal, and that's all of our goal. Is to start getting along, working with each other, and being with each other. And I think making our students emissaries to white Pasadena, for example, so that we can liberate white Pasadena from their entrenchment.
All right, we only have a few minutes, so let's go for Ismail. What do you think are some solutions you'd like to see PUSD implement?
Continue to pressure on the PUSD board members. PUSD board members need to continue to support each other, communicate about the commonalities that the entire city of Pasadena has with the educational system. Parents need to stay engaged with their children.
I think
raise the bar. It's extremely important, and as adults, we need to continue to mentor and work with our young people, trust them. Don't hold their hands every step of the way through school because they just can't learn how to do it on their own when they're given the opportunity. And as nonprofit grassroots organizations, we need to continue to be innovative and be effective in the programs that we're offering.
Okay. Well, I think you had some great ideas that we definitely need to expand on. We'll need much more time on that. And also talking about the board, I know that a lot of the problems that have been happening are the contentions that are on the board itself. And, at some point we need to have a conversation just about the board itself.
Exactly.
and what's going on. There's a lot of great people, like you said, nonprofits, that are working to make change, but we need it to happen sooner because we can't let a generation go. Each child is important, and we can't just wait for the next generation. Well, this show will be posted on Crown City News website archives page and on the YouTube Crown City News channel this week. Please continue the discussion there. And also, there are other stories we weren't able to get to that are on our website, crowncitynews.com/news. Please read and watch those stories, and let us know your thoughts and comments on those sections and on this show as well. Well, that's all we have for this newscast. Thanks to the students that went on camera for us, and thanks to Philip Covell, who joined us, and Ismail Trone. Thanks to all of our sponsors, including Southern California Edison, Wink Marketing, and the Pasadena Enterprise Center office building with available space. Thanks also to the CCN crew. They make this show possible. But finally, we thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. Join us each week as we cover the news in Pasadena and the San Gabriel Valley. For all of us here at CCN, I'm Sunita Joshua Madison. Have a great week, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.